Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the PM Silver Bullet trade for Tuesday, May 28th using the Kraken suite of indicators. Okay, so we have the Kraken macros. We're in our macro window with extended macro time. So that's when I want to get into a trade. Let's turn on Kraken Visuals. Let's see, there's 5-minute fair value gap there. Let's turn on Kraken Silver Bullet Pro. I know there's lunch, New York lunch just got taken, and we just took out New York lunch sell side. So what are we looking for here? Well, I still want to see this go down here. When I look at this chart here, I know that there is SMT with ES, and so I'm kind of waiting to see what happens here. You know, I'd like to see this 5-minute fair value gap get traded into. I'd like to see this breaker get traded into right here, so we can go back in from here, from this to here. This would be around equilibrium, so I'd be in a premium to go short. So I'd like to retrace it up in here and then down. Ideally, I'm looking for this. Oops. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay, that's my plan. That would make this a market maker sell model. Yes, it's ugly, but this is everything that you look at is a market maker model, some way, shape, or form. It's either a market maker model or it's consolidating the start of a market maker model. Okay, or it's a continuation of a market maker model. That's really all price can do. Okay, so like we saw this earlier today, yesterday's video. I think it was yesterday. This was our trade for the AM. This was a market maker buy model. So this is the buy side of the curve. Well, if this rolls over, this would be the sell side of the curve. So this would be a market, this right here would be a market maker sell model. This right here was a market maker buy model. Okay, so just kind of showing you what I'm looking for here. Okay, so let's see how this reacts to price. It reacts to everything here. Another 5-minute fair value gap there. I'd like to see it. I don't want to see this start tanking down here. It's going to invalidate my plan. I want to see it come back up. Okay. All right. That's hit my thing, so I'm going to sell there. What am I aiming for? The low here. All right, let's do this. Let's do this right here. Let's go right here. Okay, it's hitting the breaker. It's in the 5-minute fair value gap. You know, it's an order block here. I like it. Let's dance. Not a huge fan of that. I want to see a reject. There you go. That's better. Now I'm looking at the left side of the curve. I know there's a fair value gap here. There's some lows here. This is a 5-minute fair value gap right in here. It's about 60 to 70%. So when it comes down here, that's when I'd like to go. I'd take a partial and go break even. But right now, because there's these lows right here and these lows, it starts taking out some of these lows. I'll go break even. All right, let's go break even now. Go break even right there. It's a little earlier than I would have liked, but it's good to protect capital. And with a 5-minute fair value gap, I like to one above, so one above. Let's go two above right there. Okay. Knowing it could be retraced into. We don't know how it's going to react to things. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PD arrays. Let's go down to at least down here. I don't like that big long wick. I know there's a small fair value gap here, but I do not like this huge long wick. I don't like that, and so I'd like to see it come push down further before I go to this PD array. Just kind of what I'm watching price. And the other thing is, I'm watching this 5-minute fair value gap get traded into. It's right on it, so it's not going to clear it. But we didn't close below it. We went below it, but then it kind of held on this last candle. So now it's disappeared. We're close below it, which is good. So now I feel confident that I can go down to this PD array here. Now I can go down to this PD array here. All right, that took us out. Let's see if it trades below here. And it does. All right. So you see how it's a very ugly market maker sell model, right? You had earlier yesterday we had consolidation here. We had our smart money reversal here, and a buy program came up, market maker buy model. Well, the buy side of the curve had a lot of back and forth here, consolidation up here. We had SMT. We finally came back up, hit our breaker block, hit a 5-minute fair value gap, took our trade. And when it came past took out these lows, we went to break even, and then we kept seeing it keep trading down. And we watched the 5-minute fair value gap here get traded into, and once it traded past it, we started aggressively moving our stop down more. And then we eventually hit our TP, finishing out the market maker sell model. And then as it came down here, some of these bigger PD arrays were created. So I'm going to show you the time cycles here real quick as well. It's still in beta, but this 90-minute cycle was taken out by this high, which I like to see. And then we look for a breaker block, and it's right here. So we targeted this low here, which would have been the low of the market maker sell model, but it's also the 90-minute low. So there's a lot of things that add up into this, that factor into this trade. It's hard to show everything, all the different things in one video. So that is your market maker sell model for Tuesday, May 28th, using the Kraken suite of indicators.